Chapter 53. The doorbell rang at 11:15. I opened the door. "Hi," she said and smiled. She had a hipster look today. Underneath a leather jacket, she wore a black spaghetti tank top and frayed denim shorts. Her big backpack looked enormous on her. If it weren't for her chunky oxidized silver jewelry and messed up hair, you had think she was a high school student going for tuitions. She wore a necklace made of leather strands. "Sorry, am I inappropriately dressed for your gentrified colony?" she said as she caught me staring at her plunging neckline. "Huh? No, and please come in." She looked around the flat. Most of our stuff had been packed away. I said, "Tea? Coffee? Beer?" she said, removing her jacket. With just the tank top on, I could see a portion of a tattoo on the side of her chest. It seemed to be some letters. "Oh," I said, "sure." I gave her a bottle of bira from the fridge. She opened her backpack and pulled out a hand-rolled cigarette. "Want one?" she said. "A bit early for me, frankly," I said and smiled. She walked to the living room window and opened it. She lit her cigarette and took several puffs, pausing to sip her beer in between. I tried not to stare at her. Her big eyes and high cheekbones always seemed to have a weird effect on me. Being alone with her at my place, the effect was 10 times more. I opened my CyberSafe pitch presentation instead, which was just about as exciting as reapplying for a lost Aadhaar card. "Busy?" she said, seeing me staring at my laptop screen. "Not really. This is due today. Thought I would finish it quickly and send it," I said. "You have work too, right?" "Yes, I better finish my article. I have been sitting on it all week," she said, taking a big sip of beer. She placed her backpack on the dining table and took out her laptop. For the next hour or so, the gentle tap of keys was the only sound in the room. I finished the pitch and emailed it to Jacob. I stretched my arms. "Done," I said. "Wow, you work a lot," Anjali said. "Finished now. Let's order lunch." "Sure. Are you allowed to eat together though? Or do we eat at our desks, sir?" I laughed and came to the dining table from where I had been sitting on the sofa. "I thought you wanted to meet and work together," I said and flipped through the Uber Eats app. "And I thought you wanted to hang out," she said. "Sorry, I'm free to hang out now. Chinese?" I said. "Noodles always works. Do you have more beer?" she said, and shook her empty bottle in my face. I ordered food from China box and kept my phone on the dining table. I took out 2 bottles of bira from the fridge, one for each of us. We moved to the sofa. I placed my feet on the coffee table. I was wearing shorts and a workout t-shirt. I took a sip of beer. I could get used to working from home, I thought. Anjali took a sip of her drink as well. "Peaceful to be here. Things at home are still rough," Anjali said. I nodded. "Neelam auntie doesn't talk to my mother or me," Anjali said. "How's Maji? You guys have told her everything?" She shook her head. "She thinks Ramesh uncle is in Amritsar. That's what Neelam auntie told her. Even my mother won't tell her the truth." "It was in the papers," I said. "Maji doesn't read them." "Someone will tell her, maid, neighbor, someone. That will be worse," I said, raising my bottle to my lips. "That's exactly what I told them. They didn't agree. Hell, Maji doesn't even know her daughter Bindu has kids. No, everyone still wants to hide things," Anjali said. She finished her second beer and plonked the bottle on the table. "Have more?" she said. "Beer is over. I do have some vodka." "Anything," she said. I brought a bottle of Absolute Mandarin from the kitchen, along with 2 glasses and a carton of orange juice. "I don't need the juice," Anjali said. She poured 2 large bags of vodka into the glasses. "Go slow. This isn't beer," I said. She laughed. "Relax," Anjali said and took a sip. "I won't get drunk." I smiled. "Why do you look at me like that?" she said, catching me staring at her. Nothing, I said. She removed her leather boots and swung her legs onto the table. Her denim shorts climbed her upper thighs as her slender legs stretched out along mine, our bare feet on the table. You always look at me and then pretend not to have been looking at me. Why does it have to be that way? She said. I told you why. Even now, your friend is far away in a cubicle in Gurgaon, right? Yes, I said. Why don't you look at me? I looked at her. She looked messy and beautiful at the same time. The desire to pull her to me was monstrous. The tension of the past few months being alone with her in the same room and the alcohol, a little voice in my head said, Kiss her, kiss her. I resisted the urge and picked up the vodka instead. Tears ran down her cheeks. Her slender hands and her glass began to quiver. Are you okay, Anjali? I said. She nodded and sniffled to fight back her sobs. You're not okay, I said. I wondered what to do next. My mind raced through the options. Move closer to her and hug her. Too much. Hold her hands. Awkward. When she had them in her lap. Give her a tissue. Okay, yes, I could do that. I went up to the dining table and returned with a box of tissues. Thanks, she said. She wiped her eyes. A bit of her mascara came on the tissue, leaving black marks. I sat down again and placed my legs back on the coffee table. This time my feet bumped into her a little. The touch of her toe on mine sent mild electric sparks up my body. I shifted my feet a bit to the right to avoid contact. May I ask why you are crying? I said. I am a villain in my own fucking house, Anjali said, for just helping find out who killed my sister. You're not a villain, Anjali, I said. She folded her legs and wrapped her arms around her knees. They feel I should have remained quiet and supported Ramesh uncle, kept some fuck all family honor, thought about consequences as if that's all that fucking matters, Anjali said. She broke down again. I remained silent as she composed herself. She spoke again. I came from the US to find a stable family and my roots. Ramesh uncle felt like the patriarch, the father figure who would protect us all. For a while he did, or at least I thought so. And now this is everything just a facade, Anjali said, fighting back tears. I gave a gentle nod in support. She continued. Less than 2 months, that's it. That's all I had a sister for officially. That's the length of time Prerna and I both knew we were sisters. She gets murdered, and we should have done nothing about it just because someone from the family may have done it. You did the right thing, I said. I didn't even do much. All I said is, we must keep trying. It is you guys who did it. You did it, Kesha. You. Thanks. I am happy we could help, I said. She wiped her eyes with a fresh tissue and composed herself. She took a big sip of vodka. But look at how they treated you guys. Forget thanks. They insulted you. Ramesh uncle did, of course. Even Neelam auntie now. The reaction is understandable, Anjali, I said. But as long as the killer is in jail, we are happy. Anjali shook her head. He's trying his best to come out. You know that, right? On bail? Yes. With his connections, he could get bail, but bail doesn't mean he is out. The case will be tried in court. He will get punished eventually, I said. I hope so. In this country, anything can happen, Anjali said. She finished her vodka and poured herself another drink. It's not that easy to get away, I hope, I said. I took a big sip from my glass. The orange flavored liquid felt like a fireball was going down my food pipe and into my belly. Anjali stood up and went to the window. She drew the curtains so that the room became dark. She went to the dining table, rummaged around in her backpack, and came back with two hand rolled cigarettes. Try these, they are special. Joint? I said, taking one from her hand. She nodded and smiled. She took out a lighter from the pocket of her denim shorts. She lit the joint in her hand and sat next to me again. Do you have any music? She said, taking a puff. I pulled out a Bluetooth speaker from under the coffee table. I can connect this to my phone. We stood up and went to the dining table. I opened the music app on my phone and passed it to her. She selected I Don't Wanna Live Forever by Taylor Swift and Zayn Malik. She kept my phone on the table again. We returned to the sofa to our original seats. The slow, seductive voice of Zayn and marijuana smoke filled the room. I don't wanna live forever, because I know I will be living in vain. I love this song, she said. What was Seattle like? I said. Cold, boring, mundane. Really? I thought it would be exciting. Headquarters of Microsoft, Starbucks, and Amazon. Maybe for the guys who run those companies, for me it was mostly just cold, rainy, and miserable. Anjali said and laughed. She closed her eyes and swayed to the music. I just wanna keep calling your name until you come back home. Which album? I said. 50 Shades Darker. The movie? Based on the book? Yes, she said. I read all three books in the series, seen all the movies too. The 50 Shades series in a trilogy of erotic novels consisting of 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed. The story is about a young and rich businessman, Christian Grey, who introduces his girlfriend to BDSM or dominant submissive sexual activities. With her silver bracelets, tattoo, and leather jacket, Anjali could have passed off as a character of 50 Shades. I found it all too, I said and paused to find the right word. Explicit? Anjali said, yes, that for sure, but also violent and painful. Made me uncomfortable. Anjali laughed. Are you squeamish or what? A bit of pain and you are uncomfortable? You like them? What is the point of this dominance submission thing? BDSM means different things to different people. The dominant likes the sense of power, it's like a high. The submissive likes the complete surrender. It feels like an escape from all responsibilities and stresses of life. It's absolutely more than just the sex. I shook my head. I still can't relate to it. The book were a fun one-time read, though you seem to be more into it. I am not totally into it. I don't want to be bitten up, for instance, Anjali said. But yes, a drop of pain makes it more exciting, doesn't it? Does it? I said. Yes, Buddha said. What's better? The mosquito doesn't bite you at all, or that it does and you get to scratch it. Think about it. Deep, I said, and took a huge puff. The thing with the joint is that every statement becomes deep. True though, did Buddha actually say that? Internet said he did. Must be true then. Both of us laughed. Our eyes met. She let her feet drop to the side on the coffee table. Her toes pierced my soles. I did not move my feet away this time. She pierced her toe up and down on my soles, making me tightly and ticklish at the same time. The vodka began to take effect as well. I shut my eyes. As I relaxed and enjoyed the sensation, she jabbed a toenail hard into my left foot. I opened my eyes, startled. Oh, I said. What was that? Pleasure, pain, mixed. That was a demo. Some demo that is. Now close your eyes again. I did as she told me. She cursed my feet with her toe again. However, this time the anticipation of a jab gave me heightened awareness. Okay, I could see the point of 50 Shades, although only in mild dose. The slow and sexy vocal of the song matched the unhurried pace at which she moved her fingers up my legs. Should I open my eyes? I wondered. Will she stop? Should I make her stop? Is this wrong? Will Saurav approve? At this time, do I even give a fuck? Sensible and logical questions evaporated as my pleasure levels continued to rise with every passing second. Her fingernails reached above my knees. She brought her mouth close to my legs and blew cool air on my thighs. I shivered with the sensation. She pinched my thigh hard. Ouch, that hurt, I said, my eyes open in reflex. Shh, she said. You want me to stop? I didn't answer. I didn't have the brain to, at least at that point. I simply grabbed her shoulders and pulled her close to me. She was lighter than I expected. She sat across my lap, facing me. We kissed long and hard. She bit my lower lip. I winced in pain, and she laughed. Her biting and teasing made me more aggressive. I kissed her hard and peeled off her spaghetti top. She was wearing a black silk bra. I could see the tattoo on the side of her chest. Kerp Deem. It said in a cursive font. The words ran across from under her left breast to below her armpit. I ran my fingers over the tattoo. Seize the day. Dead Poet Society, she said, referring to the movie. Oh, Captain, my Captain, I said, quoting one of the famous dialogue from the film. She smiled and kissed me again. She stood up to remove her shorts and sat on my lap again. I removed my shirt. The music from 50 Shades Darker went from one make-out song to another. She continued to kiss and bite my neck, shoulders, chest, and stomach. I pulled at her hair once. Don't be a wuss, she said. She pushed me back on the couch, making me lie flat on my back. She removed her underwear and lay next to me on the narrow sofa, almost on cue. The music stopped as the Bluetooth speaker began to ring. Golu calling, Golu calling. The speaker continued to yell as I came back to my senses. Relax, it is just a phone call, I told myself. What is happening, Keshav? Anjali sounded rattled. Nothing, it's my phone. I am getting a call. It's connected to this speaker, so it's freaking me out. Yes, I am not taking the call, I said. I realized I had left my phone on the dining table. I decided to cancel the call from the Bluetooth speaker. I stretched out my hand and pressed the cancel button on the top of the speaker. Hello, Keshav? Saurav's voice came on the other side. Fuck, I had pressed the wrong button. What? Anjali said out loud as I covered her mouth with my right hand. Hey Saurav, I said. Where are you? All okay? Home only. Why? Nothing. You sound out of breath. Voice also coming from a distance. Ran to my phone from the shower. You are... Oh, anyway, just wanted to know that I am coming home early. Had a meeting Delhi side. So no point going back to Gurgaon now. Really? When? Where are you? Civil lines. Google map is showing 54 minutes. Okay, I said. My brain went into overdrive thinking about what I had to finish in the next 54 minutes. See you then, Saurav said and ended call. Seductive music resumed on the speaker and filled the room like the call had never happened. What the fuck was that? Anjali said, taking heavy breaths. I pulled her close to me. Our naked bodies touched. I pointed to the Bluetooth speaker. Now that was pain, I said. And now back to pleasure. I entered her. She moaned loud enough to draw out the music from the speaker. Like her kisses, her lovemaking had a high intensity to it. She moved with speed and passion. Her nails dug hard into my chest as she sat on top of me most of the time. She continued to kiss and bite me. She quivered in climax. You can finish now, she told me, and it didn't take me long. Then we collapsed on each other. As I shut my eyes in exhaustion, the doorbell rang. Fuck, I said. I jumped off the sofa to put my clothes on. It's only been what, 20 minutes? Anjali said, looking at her watch. She picked up her clothes. Yes, the one time in my life I wanted traffic, I said. The doorbell rang again. What do I do? She said. I scanned the house. Hide in my room, I said. Take your backpack. Once he goes to his room, I will whisk you out. I cleared the vodka bottle and glasses. The doorbell rang again. Coming, I shouted. My Bluetooth speaker rang again. Unknown calling, unknown calling. It sang out loud. That caller ID sound creeps me out, Anjali said. She ran into my room and shut the door. I cut the call on the speaker, this time pressing the correct button. The doorbell rang again. I walked up to the main door and opened it. You ordered Chinese food, sir? The delivery guy said at the entrance. Are you sure you don't want to eat now? I said. Relax, we still have 25 minutes. Anjali didn't answer. She walked around the living room collecting her belongings. She zipped up her backpack and her jacket. She checked herself in the mirror. I came between her and her reflection. It was just the delivery guy. Relax. Saurav will still take a while, I said. No, sir, I am not taking any more chances. No noodles are worth him walking in and finding me here. He wouldn't care, I said. Yeah, right, Anjali said and rolled her eyes. She threw the cigarette butts in the dustbin in the kitchen. Spray some room freshener here, will you? I will. Take some food with you. You haven't eaten anything. I gave her a box of chow mein. She shrugged and took it. Wow, you are the caring kinds. I like that. It's rare for me. Thank you, she said. Even as she spoke to me, she avoided eye contact and looked in the mirror to adjust her hair. Are you always this awkward after making love? I said. Yes, this hadn't felt like hookup sex. It had felt like making love. She looked at me and smiled. She came up to me and pecked me on the lips. She checked her watch. I would love to give an elaborate speech on how good it all was, but I should leave before your uncle come, friend come, school principal enters the lane. Save it all for next time. Bye, she said. Before I could respond, she had opened the door and left. She had said, next time. Though, good. It meant there would be a next time. The bell rang again after 20 minutes. I ran and opened the door. Saurav stood there, fumbling for his house keys inside his pockets. Did you break a perfume bottle? Saurav said, sniffing as he walked in. No, just sprayed some room freshener, I said. He came in and dropped his briefcase on the sofa. Was someone there in the house when I called? Saurav said. I stiffened. No, why? I said. I don't know. Heard someone. Damn, does he have to cross examine me as soon as he enters the house? Maybe I was watching a show on my laptop, I said. You weren't working? Jacob wanted the pitch, Saurav said, removing his jacket. Already sent it. Saurav nodded as he removed his tie. He may get bail, Saurav said. Ramesh? Yes, I called Singh. He said he can keep him inside for now, but Ramesh's lawyers are getting close. I'm not surprised, I said. It doesn't fucking end at finding the killer or arresting him. One has to deal with all the legal drama as well to get him punished. We are detectives. We found out who did it. We handed him to the police. Technically, our job is done, Gulu. That's what this is? Just a job? Of course not. I am just saying we are not lawyers. He kills my Prerna and may soon be out drinking scotch in his house. Not for long. Whatever, Saurav said and shook his head. Apart from the room freshener, his keen nose picked up something else. Did you order Chinese food? I smell soy sauce. Arrived a few minutes ago, I said, and pointed to the boxes of Chinese food. We moved to the dining table. Saurav tore open the boxes. Gobi Manchurian? Superb. There's momos and clear soup. Good. Where is the chow mein? I don't remember if I ordered it. How can we eat gobi Manchurian without noodles? There's a recipe here. It say you order chow mein. Where is it? While he is always a good investigator when it comes to food, Saurabh's redacting skills are legendary. Looks like they forgot to pack it. Shall I make some rice? I said. No, it will take a long time. Sit, let's eat. Sure, I said. We sat down. Saurabh placed two momos in his mouth, one after the other. His face too looked like a giant momo. Don't give this delivery guy 5 stars. What is the fun of Chinese food without noodles? Take my momos. I'm not that hungry, I said. If you insist, Saurav said. I had a spoonful of soup. Do you have bed bugs in your room? Saurav said. What? I said. Your neck, also your arm. They haven't even sprayed your legs. Saurav said with his mouth full. Anjali's love-making had left its presence. Bedbugs had caused considerable damage. We need to do pest control, but why pay for it when we are living in 4 days? Exactly, I said. Applying calamine lotion. Absolutely, I said, hoping I would see my bedbug again soon.